Hey, Rent to Retires, it's Adam Schrader, and today we are going to talk about how to calculate your CapEx reserves. Alright, before we get started with today's video, I want to remind everybody, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell, get the notifications whenever we put out new videos because we're doing our best to make you the sophisticated, knowledgeable investor who makes smart deals and who gets the money that they need for their retirement. So check out our videos. We're putting them out all the time, trying to make you as smart as we can. We also have our podcast you can listen to on our website. Check that out as well. But when it comes to YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the notifications. We're also doing live streams that you don't want to miss. So at the end of the video, if you've liked it, if you think other people should like it and watch it, go ahead and click the like button. If there's anything you have questions about or want us to address, leave it in the comments below and we will get to it as soon as possible. So let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about how to calculate your CapEx expenses. Now, what are CapEx expenses? They are capital expenditures. So they are your big systems in your house, like your roof, like your HVAC, those kind of things, the capital expenses that you're going to have to pay. Now, if you're buying turnkey from a company such as ourselves, Rent to Retirement, your big systems are going to come with at least 7 to 10 years of life left on them. But if you're going out and sourcing your own deals, or even if you've bought through Rent to Retirement and you've held it for a while, you're going to need to make sure you have money set aside for these. So let's go through them. Let's start first with the roof. Now, what I did is I went to roofcalc.org to do a quick calculation, and all of these are going to be numbers that are roundabout. So for a 1,600 square foot house, which is a reasonable size for a 3 or 4 bedroom turnkey house, you're looking at a cost of $4,200 to $6,600 for the entire roof to be done. Now, if you're living in somewhere like California or New York or somewhere like that, you might think that sounds really cheap for roofing. Well, it's what it costs in that part of the country. So let's say your roof lasts for about 25 years, which is reasonable for a roof to last. How much do you need? Well, what you do, what have I told you about real estate metrics? It's all math, right? We take the money that we're spending for the roof and divide it by 25. So we know that we need to be saving $168 to $264 a year for our roof. Now, if your roof is already 10 years old, then maybe you want to add that money into your CapEx reserves to have for when you need to replace the roof. If it's brand new, then just start from day one. Now let's go into the HVAC system. Now, the average cost for a 1,500 square foot house HVAC, according to Forbes Advisor, is between $2,650 and $3,000. Now, how long does an HVAC last? Usually 15 to 20 years. So at that price for that long, we're going to say the average cost of an HVAC system is $147 to $166 a year. So what's next? You have your HVAC, you have your roof. Let's go into flooring. How much does flooring cost? Well, the average cost for a 1,500 square foot house, from personal experience, is about $3.50 to $5 a square foot. So for a 1,500 square foot house, you can get it done for about $5,250 to $7,500. So how long does the flooring last? Well, most lifespans say that if you're doing like a luxury vinyl plank or something like that, you should expect to get about 20 years out of it. So let's say you get 20 years out of it. On the low end, we'll just be safe. How much is that going to cost you? It's going to cost you $262 to $375 a year for that. Don't worry, you don't need to be writing all of this down. Just hear the general numbers, all right? So $262 to $375 a year for your flooring. So your refrigerator, if you choose to have one, that is, you do not have to have a refrigerator in your rental property. You can require that your tenants bring one. It will limit, which tenants you're going to be able to get because not all your tenants are going to have refrigerators. It's going to mean that you can't get a Section 8 tenant because Section 8 is going to require that you provide the refrigerator for the tenant. But if you do decide to get a refrigerator, you don't need to go fancy. You don't need to get one of the French door stainless steel ones. You can just get your regular run-of-the-mill ones from Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere like that. How much do they cost? about $700 to $1,000. How long will they last? About 15 years. Maybe 20, maybe 25 if things go well, but we'll say 15 years lifespan costs you $47 to $67 a year. Now you're also going to need an oven, stovetop range, that kind of thing for your kitchen. That one is going to have to be there. So how much does that cost? Well, that's going to cost you between $600 and $800 and will last about 15 years or so. So that comes out to $40 to $54 per year. So let's go through this. For the roof, we're saving $168 to $264. For our HVAC, we're saving $147 to $166. For our flooring, we're saving $262 to $375. For our refrigerator, we're saving $47 to $67. And for our range, we're saving $40 to $56. So a total is $664 to $928 per year for CapEx for our property. Now this is for a 1,500 or so square foot property. If your property is only 1,000 or if it's maybe 3,000, you'll have to budget differently. But just know, it's not a whole lot of money per year. And so all you need to do whenever you go into it is figure out your lifespan that you're expecting. How far into the lifespan is your system? Obviously, if you're buying a refrigerator and the one you're getting is 10 years old, well then you need to, accelerate how much you need to save for that refrigerator. And obviously they're not all going to go at the same time. But if you're looking for just a general idea of how much you need to be saving per property per year for CapEx reserves, somewhere in the $650 to $950 a year should do you pretty well, assuming all of your systems are new. So when you look at that big roof bill that's going to come due, don't think of it as a one-year expense, because it's not. It's an accumulation of 25 years that you got to save up for over time. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope it takes a little bit of concern off of your mind, because I know CapEx is something that everybody worries a little bit about, because you don't want to be the one getting stuck paying the extra couple $1,000s for the HVAC or the roofing or the flooring or that kind of thing. But sometimes you do get stuck holding the bag at the end of the time. You have a tenant who's a little rough on your property and you have to fix it. So I hope this has helped when it comes to CapEx reserves. If it has, please click the like button, let us know, let other people know that it's a video worth watching. Again, if you have any questions or if there's anything you want us to cover, leave it in the comments below. Get to it as soon as possible. Check us out at renttoretirement.com. That's renttoretirement.com. You can see all of the inventory there. You can schedule a time to talk to one of the investment strategists. You can also see our podcasts that we're putting out twice a week there on the website. Subscribe to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel. We're trying to make you the best investor you can possibly be, and I hope we're succeeding. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.